Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, it is not too late to leave because this video can only be described as a series of unfortunate choices. This is a good example right here. Only getting rid of one cassowary nest. Moon nest, sorry. Why would I get rid of the other? It's right there. I can see it. It clearly wasn't high on my priority list while I was building this. And this that I'm speaking of is the Tuckerbox area. This really just wild decision that I'm doing right now is I figured that it's close to the water, right? So some bricks would be mossy and some bricks wouldn't be. And that's the whole reason for the willy-nilly way that I've placed things down. And rest assured, I stuck with that decision. It is still there to this day. But don't even worry about it. That's not the worst decision made in this whole build. So this is probably up there in one of the better ones. Just a little bit of creativity sprinkled in there. Mostly it's hidden, so that's okay. But like I said, back on my original train of thought, this is a Tuckerbox build. So I've just placed a Tuckerbox down there, which has no business being as big as it is, but it is that big. And yes, and I'm creating this eating area here. It's not as big as I'd like it to be. And despite that, I still try and shove so many things in that little square, so many questionable decisions. It can really only be described as an assault on the ocular senses. I go back and change it. I do change a couple of things, which kind of lessens the crime to battery as opposed to armed robbery, but it's somewhat better. And yeah, I'm planting these plants to kind of frame the stairs going up. I still have not yet noticed at this point that the Tuckerbox is an odd-sized building and those are an even number of stairs. So I will learn that in the next day when the Tuckerbox appears. This is the path that I want people to get up to the Tuckerbox with. It's not the path they take, but it's the path I would have preferred them to take. And then that bottom platform, I actually want to kind of go around it. I want that to be like off the beaten path. So that will come at a later project. Here we go. This is one design choice, one case of buttery, so to speak. And then I walk away from it because I think subconsciously I must have known that that wasn't it. I mean, I left it. I've gone back and changed it, but through the process of building all of that, I left it. But I think then I had some sort of inkling that that wasn't it, just like this patch of land. So what I'm working on now will eventually be a farmer's market, and I kind of just want, like your jams and your honey and your boxes of food, which is such a great addition. I love it. I still stick to the theory of close to water must mean wet, and I put down the hardwood planks trying to create that illusion of this wood is warped, it's wet, bearing in mind it's miles away. Oh, that little bright arrow there is the cassowary nest. That's where I learn, hang on, it's still there. So that was great. Immediately after learning that the Tuckerbox is off center, as you can see there. Love that for me. I do fix that. Here is where I'm trying to fix this kind of farmer's market thing. This whole build is a fever dream of terrible decisions. So if you're watching this to get inspiration, don't. Watch someone like Serendipity Plays or Just Say Games or literally anyone else. I'm here as a cautionary tale on what happens when you just give it a go. So, admittedly, I did have fun, and that's the main point of gaming. So we'll settle with that. Here is when I make, or try to make a decision on the fence. So some of you probably argued right at the start that, oh, well, I'm uninformed. I haven't built all that much. I don't really know. But here I am making an informed decision about what fence to use. And it was still, we're going to say undecided, and I'll get to that later. Because I love the vine and I love that brick fence, and I wish that there was just a vineless fence of the marble and a brick fence with the vine. I don't understand why there's not that. Like, why we have we're so close to greatness. But I stick to it. I figure, oh well, we'll work with what we've got. And this is me just walking through, testing the pathing and how I want it to sit. I have not yet, at that point, really decided that I should have changed something. So I'm sticking to it. And here I am using the farmers market just stuff, which is obviously your market stalls, which is the word I meant to use. And looking at this now, I actually think I preferred this layout to what I changed it to. Maybe not so much all the different markets. No, I do like that. I think I would change the hardwood ones, but I do prefer this kind of openness of it as to what I've got now. Here we go. This is it. This is round tables where everything is square, where I've even highlighted the squareness of it with a checkerboard pattern. Oh my word. Don't worry, I change it. I step away to go to this because I can't focus on one little project linearly. In a linear line. I have to go back and forth. Past me has no respect for future editing me. And I've just left it that way so you can see exactly what's happening. And if you can have a look in the background, there's Clover and the bank guy, Milton, actually using the path as it's intended. That's the only time. Here I go. So I've come back to change it. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. Changes has to be made. Still not thrilled with it. I changed the fence to hardwood because apparently the only options available to my brain is hardwood and hedge. Just green. That's all that's available to me to use. That is it. That's my repertoire of a palette. So here I am again trying to work out how to fence this thing in, and I love the hedge and that stone, the pattern stone path. Thank you, editing me. The pattern stone path, I love that as a fence design. I did not love it when we've already got the brick and the green brick and all of that. I tried the copper fence. I tried so much. I think that's the saddest part. Is like, I tried. I can't even say that I just rushed all this together. I gave it a good honest go. But hey, if I can do it, you can do it. And you could honestly probably do it a lot better than I. I settle on on the hedge. Like I said, that's all that exists to me is the fence. It's the hedge. Lord help me. I am having fun, weirdly enough, like watching just this series of unfortunate decisions. Watching that just feels fun. So I'm not going to be upset about it. I will sit with this build for a little bit before I do any big changes. There's a couple of other projects that I really want to focus on first. Yeah, and I know I wanted here lots of rocks, as you can see as they magically appeared. Lots of rocks here because the pathing, that's the off the beaten path, is going to be kind of fenced in by rocks. And I thought that would be a nice continuation, so to speak. So we'll see. For those of you with strong stomachs, we will see how that turns out. And this is how I ended up changing the marketplace. And I did it this way because I thought that if you think to a normal market, they generally have some stalls in the center as well. And it's kind of just in this big circular shape or a U shape to kind of guide you to walk. And because in the middle is a lot of wasted space, but I don't get that same feeling in this area. Yeah. And then I wrap it all up with some, I kept saying like foliage, with some foliage even. I won't bore you again with going all over it. Instead, I will show you what it looks like when it's all done. And here we are. Bear in mind that fence, we'll get back to that. That whole front walk-in is going to change. But this is what it looks like with the flowers and the flower beds and the trees grown. Please help me with the back fence. So this is what it is with no fence. This is what it is with the ground raised and the hedge. And it kind of, I feel like it draws your eye more to the market itself. And this is what it is as I left it in the video. So I'm begging you, please help me. I need advice. This is such a shame too. Those seats, I want kitchen cabinets there as a little bar setting. Melvin won't sell them. I've been checking every day and he hasn't sold them. Here it is. Here's the change to the, like with the hedges and the hardwood fence. Goodness. And I feel like that is just infinitely better than what it was before. It's still not great, but it's better. So with that, thank you all so much for struggling through that with me. Keep your standards low, keep your hopes high. I'll see you next time.